This is a brand new multi-tool, and it has some surprising secrets up its sleeve. It looks familiar, but in some ways it's totally different. Let's jump right into this 17-in-1 multi-tool that, first of all, comes in at $5.61. I think that's what it cost me. And then with shipping, it was about $8. One of the first things about this tool is it is extremely budget friendly, very budget friendly. Now, when you look at this tool, one of the things you will notice right away is that it looks very much suspiciously similar to another tool that has been a budget winner for a very long time. That is the Gerber NXT suspension. Now, this one is the NXT has been loved for years, and it is still loved to this day. It's fairly economical considering how the market is. You can still get it, I think, for about $30 to $40 on Amazon, although it is creeping up to about $50 to $60 on Gerber's website. Now, this version right here takes a lot of the same design cues from this, but changes it. So previously we have had Byberry and many different other multi-tool makers be very similar to the NXT suspension, but a lot heavier. Whereas in this tool right here is a fair amount lighter than some of these off-brand tools. So the Gerber NXT suspension comes in at 6.8 ounces. Now this new tool, the 17-in-1 multi-tool, comes in at 7.1 ounces. Again, this was 6.8, so very close. Now this off-brand tool, well, these both are, but this is the Byberry, comes in 8 ounces. So this comes in 2 ounces more, where this one is only about an ounce or so more than the actual NXT. Pretty cool. Or not even a full ounce actually, than the original NXT. Very, very close in weight. That's one of its first superpowers. Let's open this tool up and look at what else it has to offer. Now, this tool has been redesigned with a plier head that looks a little bit different. You see there's these cutouts on here to give it, I guess, a little bit more design cue right here as well. These are spring-loaded pliers. They are non-replaceable wire cutter blades, but it looks like in the future they might offer that on perhaps some more premium models. The frame, we notice, does have this pocket clip. It's still a skeletized frame, and we still have locking outside implements. All that remains the same for this Gerber NXT clone. Now, this new 17-in-1 multi-tool, one of the things that really interests me is they have decided to go with 2 knife tools, both the serrated, then on the other side we have the full, just regular knife, then there's the awl. The file, now the file is very unimpressive, uninspiring. It's not that great. A lot of these tools seem a little bit lesser in quality, a lot lesser than the NXT, and even lesser in quality than some of the other clones, but that's just how it is. That's how I see it. Just the feel of the tools feels a little bit lighter. They just don't seem the same in quality as some of these other tools. Now this one right here, we still have a can opener, bottle cap lifter. Then now on Gerber's original tool, I guess the file was only one-sided. So with this one, you do get 2 sides. I don't know how much. I don't feel like this file is deeply ground or etched into the metal. It seems fairly light, but it is there. Then they have a screwdriver on the end, which isn't a great idea. You'll notice there is the awl as well on this tool, whereas in the NXT has this type of awl. This one actually includes the hole right there. All right, let's jump into the other side. And this one right here, again, changes it up. Now, this is a huge change with the screwdriver, the Phillips, and then these wrench tools. Not a fan at all. I'm not a fan of the Phillips as well. It's gone from being a fantastic Phillips right here on the NXT to this tiny little Phillips, a micro Phillips, if you will, right here. Not good at all. Then these wrenches, all they do is actually weaken the implements. Some people may like it. Yes, it adds some more functions to the tool, but not a fan of that. And again, I understand this is about a $6 tool, but if they had just left that out, it would have been a lot better. Now, the knife actually seems one of the best tools. The knife and the scissors actually seem some of the better tools. Along with the can opener, not really sure. I don't use my can opener maybe once every 5 years. That might be okay as well. We'll go ahead and check out these scissors, see how they compare against the Gerber NXT. Ever since I took the Gerber NXT camping, or not camping, but on a trip, and the spring kept popping out, yes, you can bend it and use it. Again, I am not a huge fan of these scissors, but they do cut right through paracord pretty well. Let's see how these scissors fare. On this way, they're not doing very well. This way, they're not doing very well. Let's try it again. Wow. Yeah, I don't know. They are not doing well at all. And I almost feel like that spring having the same issue as on the original Gerber. Those scissors are not cutting it at all. Let's go ahead and try on just plastic. Yeah, they do fine on just normal plastic. Let's try the cardboard box that this actually came in. Not extremely comfortable to cut through cardboard, but you definitely can with these scissors. A little disappointed with these scissors actually, but I guess that's what you get for about a $6 tool. Fairly worth noting for this tool is that it comes with a very flimsy pouch. I guess it's not paper, but it is very flimsy. I don't think it's hardly worth anything at all, but you do get about a 5-cent pouch that comes with it. While I have this implement out, let me show you how this works. You just push this button back. Then I guess I actually have to go like that. Then there we go. We have the locking and unlocking mechanism. So I am a fan of that the tools lock into place, and then you can just unlock them and lock them. So that is nice that all the tools are locking, that they're outside. Again, this is the closest I have seen in weight to the actual NXT suspension. One of the things that overseas they always have an issue with is weight. This one is actually a fairly good size tool, and the weight is down as well, but we have seen that there are definitely compromises taken. This frame is not as heavy duty as, for instance, this Byberry, but you do save a lot of weight. But unfortunately, the outside tools have been drastically cut down, like this tiny little Phillips driver. So in the end, even though I love the weight cost, I don't think it's actually a better tool. Oh, so disappointing. I was very excited with this tool. I really like that it has the pocket clip, all the outside implements, but again, it seems like it is a little too cheap. I would recommend you still buy this Byberry version. Yes, it is a couple or another ounce or so heavier, but I definitely think this is a better buy. This comes in, again, only about $8, half the price of this. Sometimes this is about $16 to $20 on sale, but I definitely think in quality, this is still much better, rivaling the NXT, actually. It might be a better deal. I would probably buy this over the Gerber NXT, especially if it's $50. You can buy the NXT for very cheap secondhand, but if you want to buy a tool new, I would probably go for the Byberry and then the Gerber, and then definitely pick this last. Although one of the things that I like is they are trying to cut down the weight. I'm a fan of that. Now, I think in the future, they'll get their recipe right. One of the things I'm seeing from AliExpress is that they keep trying and they keep changing things until they get something dialed in almost perfect. So I'm excited to see as they make changes what we will finally get, the final version we'll get, because this will probably not be around that long, and we'll have a brand new version where they've tweaked it. So stay tuned, and we'll keep reviewing some of these tools as they evolve in their multi-tool process.